Hello students and parents. This is a video tutorial as short as I can make it. This is not my first attempt. I'm hoping this is the best attempt on how to explain how we'll be taking assessments during virtual learning or distance learning. In order to make testing fair between our in-person students and our at-home students, good, you're still in the shot, we need to monitor the kids that are at home. We actually need to have a Zoom call open and running the entire time as we take the assessment. So students will need to have Zoom open on their device, and they'll need to have two important settings on. They need to have the audio on, they'll be unmuted, and their video will be on. I should be able to see them the entire time. I do recommend that when we take assessments, your child is on a Chromebook, a laptop, or a computer. I do not know if everything I'm about to say will work if they're on an iPad, so if it's possible to exchange which kid has what device, please do so. And if it's absolutely impossible for your child to be on a laptop, Chromebook, or computer, please email me and we'll just have to set up an additional time for me to monitor your child taking the assessment. Okay, I'd be happy to do it, but if just a little bit of shuffling around could fix that or remedy that issue, that would be much appreciated. So again, step one, your child logs into our homeroom Zoom call, or not homeroom, math time Zoom call. They're here, and then I will send to them in the chat a link that they need to go to. We're not using Seesaw for assessments. We're not using Google Forms. We're actually using a different website entirely, and it looks a little bit different. So this link is going to be my example link for today, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna walk you through a totally pretend assessment that's actually been made by the district to kind of show students how things should be bubbled in, filled in, questions should be answered, and everything of that nature. So I'll send the link to the students live. We're all in the Zoom call and I say, here's the link, everybody click the link. Now, without fail, there's always a few students that it doesn't work on their device for whatever reason. I will also be putting this link on Google Classroom so they can just get to Google Classroom quickly and then click the link. But most students we found can just click in the chat and just go straight to this link. And it sends me to a login screen. I'm gonna need to type in my lunch number twice. You type in your lunch number here and here. It's the only website that I know of for our students where they type in their lunch number twice. So I'm gonna hide for a second so that no one knows what I typed. Awesome, so I typed in my lunch number twice and it sent me to the correct screen. This is what your child's screen will look like. It'll have a different name. It'll have like the name of the test that we're taking that day. And this screen populates based on the tests that the teacher have begun. So right now, the test that I've enabled is the example benchmark. So I'll be on the Zoom call the whole time, so I'll tell everyone, okay, I need everyone to click the example benchmark. They'll click that, and now they're in the test, okay? Down here at the bottom of the screen are the problems. So if I wanted to see problem 2, I'd click here. Problem 3 is here, problem 4, 5, and 6. You'll notice that the left side of the screen almost always has this very bland reference material. For this unit that we're on, quarter 1, we don't need this information at all. But by the end of the year, you'll be really glad that it's always there, because then we'll start solving questions that it would be really helpful to see this information. And you'll notice that it even scrolls down, and there's a lot of information on here, none of which we will need for this week. You'll need it later on, like in 2021 at the end of the year. All right, so now let's talk about the right side of the screen. Our first problem is just a standard multiple choice problem. Which number is missing in this pattern? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, blank, 40, 45. So I'll just select the answer that I'd like. And you'll notice that question 1 has now populated with a check mark. That isn't telling me it's right. It's telling me that I put something as my answer. Okay? Next, I'll click Next Don't hit review and submit because that just sends me the whole test like you're done. So just click next when you're ready to move on to the next problem. The next kind of a problem is choose all of the correct answers. This is a new kind of format that our students are getting more and more used to, where there's not just one box to click. There might be more than one box. It doesn't tell us if there's one answer, two answers, three answers, or all the answers. So I'll read the question. Sam wrote some numbers on a piece of paper. 74, 12, 16, and 218. Which numbers have a 1 in the tens place? Choose all of the correct answers. So this number has a 1 in the tens place. This number has a 1 in the tens place. And this number has a 1 in the tens place. Once I've done that, I've selected all of the correct answers. I click next. Okay, it's very strange. It's going to take a while to get used to this, but we're going to select all the correct answers, then click next. Got a couple more questions. Which equations have a sum of 10? Choose all the correct answers. Hey, we can do this again. 5 and 5 make 10. 9 and 1 make 10. I'll click next. Now, if at any point I need to stop the test, for example, we'll only be able to test from 8:30 to 9 on Thursday and then 8:30 to 9 on Friday. So at 9 o'clock, I'll say, all right, everyone, I'm going to turn the test off now, and so it will kick them out of the test, saving their progress so that they can come back the following day. But students can also leave on their own by just clicking Exit Test. So let me show you what that looks like. When I exit the test, it brings me back to this screen. I can even log out all the way. But when I come back the following day and click on the assessment, check it out. It saved all my progress. It saved the answers from before. And so now I can just continue on. What is the value of the word math? So in this problem, I need to look at the little numbers next to each letter. 3 plus 1. Where's T? Plus 1 plus 2. So that would be 3 and 1 make 4. 4 plus 1 make 5. 5 plus 2 makes 7. Our students know that this is a decimal because there's a decimal point. And so the number 7 would just be filled in like this. I do not need to put in any more digits, but I can, if I'd like to, I can put 7.00. That would be fine. All right, so that's going to be the way that this goes. I'm just going to stop there, and that is kind of the way that this assessment will go on Thursday and Friday. So as a reminder, I'm going to go back to my Zoom so you guys can see me. I will be on the Zoom call the entire time, so if there's technical difficulties or questions, I'll be there to answer them. Remember, students, you will be on video the whole time, and you will be unmuted the whole time. If you need a way to block out the sound, I recommend having your headphones not plugged into anything, and you just put your headphones in. And then that will block out a lot of the background chatter you might hear from your classmates as they also solve. So I'm sorry this was a 9-minute video, but I promise this was not my first take. I tried it many times, and this is the fastest and clearest I've ever gotten through it. If you have any questions, students, let me know. And parents, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great rest of your day, and bye now.